Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another plan with me. I'm still in my weeks. I thought doing like the whole month plan at a time was gonna work for me. It didn't. So we're back to doing I don't know if there'll be weekly videos still. I don't know, but we're at least here to do this. I had some major setbacks this week. Major setbacks. So in July, I got sick. I was doing pretty good. Starting weight 242, went down 2 pounds, got down another pound, got down another pound. So I had lost in the month of July, within the first couple of weeks, 4 pounds, which was great. And then I got really, really sick. And I mean, it was pretty bad. And ended up having a double ear infection and all of that. And I am now back up to what we started with in July. So yay! Not exactly thrilled, because that's super frustrating. But in those couple of weeks, because I was just trying to basically survive, my soda intake increased way too much because I had these ear infections. I was fine otherwise, but you want comfort and stuff like that, and everything. And man, that soda gets me. And I hate it. I hate how it has a hold on me. So now that my ear infection is gone, my double ear infection, we're starting back up, and everything. And I'm like getting all excited for things. And then what happens last night? I sleep funny and I have a tweak up in my shoulder, so I can't move certain ways. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. This is freaking ridiculous. I'm so not okay with any of this. So yeah, that's kind of where I am at. It is what it is. I'm just gonna say okay and just kind of succumb and just be okay with it. I mean, I don't think I really have any other choice but to be okay with it. So we are just gonna go right into it and try again. I mean, let's see, we had, the 6th. So this will be this upcoming week. And this is kind of how I'm going to have to do it. Wow, what color did I use? Okay. This is just kind of how I'm going to have to do it. Is just play it week by week and everything. So, that's that. We're starting over. Am I exactly thrilled about it? Of course not. It freaking sucks, man, because I did work really, really hard to just, and here's the frustrating part about it is that I was not really eating a lot. But this just reaffirms that I need to actually ensure that I'm getting enough calories in a day, or my body goes into where it feels like we're starving. But I wasn't really eating, because, I didn't feel good. And obviously chewing with an ear infection is not the most fun thing in the world to do. So I was not exactly, putting good stuff into my body. When I decided to eat, I was looking at comfort stuff because I was in a lot of pain. And I wasn't sleeping well, which is another thing, and stuff. And so I do know that a lot of it is just because I was just sick, and I just need to remember that when I get sick, when it happens, because it does, that I maintain nourishing my body in some way, that I make sure that I'm getting enough calories so that my body does not go into what it says is starvation mode, because it will continue to do that. It will continue to say, I'm starving, you're starving me. Our Irish, you know, famine genes are going to say, nope, we're putting a stop to this. And we're gonna, you know, keep the weight going because we've got to ensure that we survive this famine. So I am like, okay, all right, it's taken me almost 40 years to figure this out, and to kind of erase some of what diet culture here in America is. And that's the hardest part. I've never really been super big on the number. So even though the number has gone up, you know, my clothes are still fitting. So I'm not like uber scared about that. So I know that it could just be water retention. It could be just a little bit of inflammation, and stuff. So, but you do have the, some goals. So there's a couple of things happening in the next couple of months that I really need to just ensure that I feel good for. Not necessarily that I'm, well, I won't be the skinniest I've ever been. But just that I feel good. So that way when I put on, you know, clothes for these events, I'm not like trying to hide myself, that I'm feeling good about what my body has done. And that's another thing. So, you know, I hate hormones first and foremost because they always hit you and you're like, oh, you're the worst person in the world, worst person in the world. And then what happens 2 days later, you're doing your female thing and you're like, oh, that's what that was. Okay. So yeah, let's see. I've also figured out that I have to ensure that for like my little charcuterie boards, like vegetable days that I really get craving for, I have to ensure that I am getting enough fat on those days, because I had charcuterie twice this last week, and on those days, those were the days that I actually saw, well, the following days was actually when I saw like the weight increase. So I was like, huh, interesting. That's really eye-opening. So I need to make sure that I'm actually having some higher fat with that one. And I think it's because when I don't, I have a tendency to snack on sweet stuff in the afternoon. However, when I had like the higher fat meals at lunch, I wasn't snacking. I was just waiting until dinner time. So that was a little eye-opening in this whole endeavor of figuring things out. So let's see. I think we're just gonna keep going with how we've done it, especially like I like this layout. I think this layout is just working. Because that's really all I need this for, is to just track meals and thoughts and workouts. I haven't gone back to the gym yet. I'm scared. I'm such a pansy. But honestly, going to the gym just scares me so much. I hate, because I get inside my head. And I will always and forever get inside my head. And I hate going. And I know I have to get over that. So we did switch gyms to one where I can actually schedule in with a personal trainer, because if I have to be somewhere because there's an appointment, I'm more likely to go, even if it's uncomfortable for me, because I don't want to miss appointments. But yeah, I absolutely loathe, going to the gym, but I know I need to do it. So I've got some goals that I'm working on, and that I'm really excited about. And it isn't so much about the number that's on the scale, but more about how I want to feel for these events and stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at and where I'm going with this. It's been this is the hardest thing. And you know, I saw something come up in my Instagram feed. It said, make time for your wellness or you'll be forced to make time for your illness. And I was like, and that really kind of hit very, very hard, because I was like, man, I was forced to make time for this illness. Not that I could have prevented an ear infection in any way. If you're going to get something like that, it's just going to happen, right? But man, did that really sat with me hard. And I was like, yeah, I really have to take this a little bit more seriously. I've got to put forth a little bit more effort, and everything, because then at the end of the day, if I didn't do everything that I knew was in my power to do, then when I get sick, I know that it's nothing but my fault, even though, you know, sicknesses happen. But if I've done everything that I possibly can with the knowledge that I have, and I've done the best that I can, and something still happens, then I at least go into that with a clean conscience, instead of going, oh, I should have done this, oh, I should have done that, I really should have done that. So I really have to get over myself in that area. But yeah, so here's to another week. Let's start it off. I've already started decreasing the soda intake drastically. I'm dealing with the headaches, and I figure if I'm going to deal with the headaches, I might as well put on my new glasses and deal with the headaches that come from adjusting to new glasses. So here we go. But I knew that I obviously saw such a big difference in a couple of weeks. I mean, 2 pounds, I may have not saw any inches lost, but 2 pounds in 2 weeks, that's pretty significant. And it was very little modification to my diet. So I know I can do this again. So here we go. That's what we're going to do. And I am ready for it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye now.